Hi guys, so I wanted to do a quick little video about being aware of art scams. One of the reasons I wanted to do the Art Marketing Muse was to help artists, but also to make them aware because I watch so many artists get taken advantage of. There's so many companies out there that will target artists because we're easy targets. I've seen galleries target artists and take advantage of them. I have a friend in New York who signed up with an art consultant promising her the world, and then she paid a huge deposit for this woman to work with her, but didn't get a contract. And this woman went MIA, closed shop, and she had no recourse. So I'll put it out, it pisses me off. And I hate when I see that it happens because we're usually working our asses off trying to make a living, chasing our dreams. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about art scammers. And many of these come through emails, and it always surprises me how persistent they can be and how many people fall for it. And so I got an email today, and that's sort of what made me think about this and how many other artists fall for it. So I've gotten them throughout the years. There's a couple things to look for. One, grammatical errors. Many times these are coming from people who live in foreign countries. So grammatical errors, punctuation errors, you'll see a lot of that. And then just listen to your intuition. Usually something's not clicking right. So for example, I got an email from a woman named Jane Britt a couple of weeks ago. And what was interesting about it was she said she had came across my website and she loved my work and she wanted to know what paintings were for sale. What's interesting about that is if she was on my website, my paintings are for sale on my front page. So that answered that question. And I had a feeling it was probably a scam, but she put in some personal touches in there, which I hadn't had before. Now, a couple of the emails I've gotten before is, it's my wife's anniversary. She really likes your work. This one was, my husband and I love your work and we like a piece and what was for sale. So I kind of had an idea right there that things weren't right, but I did respond and I kept it short and sweet. I'm not wasting a lot of my time, but in case, just in that off chance, because, you know, we get all excited when somebody wants to buy our work. So I sent her my website again. And I said, all of my pieces are for sale. You can see them on my website on the front page. So it took her about 2 weeks and she responded today. And it was a big, long email, actually. It was about how she's on vacation. So she's sorry it took so long. But she copied 3 of my pieces and put them into the email and said she wanted to buy these 3 pieces. Turns out it happens to be like the 3 most expensive pieces on my site. And my first reaction was, holy cow, I sold these pieces. I'm so excited. And then I stopped and went, wait a second. So as I went further in, she gave me an address, which was in Texas, which was a change. Normally they're international. So they want a shipper to come get the paintings or the the pieces of artwork from you, and then they want to send you too much money. So they want to send you a check for, let's say it's $2,000. They want to send you a check for $3,000 and you give that extra $1,000 to the shipper to pay their costs. Total scam. I've had a friend that this happened to. She lost a lot of money and there's no recourse. They sent her a money order. It looked legit. She went to the bank, cashed it, got the money. The people showed up at her house. She gave it to them. And then it took the bank about 2 weeks before they came back and said, yeah, this was bogus. And she had to cover those costs. So it completely screwed her. So be smart about that. Ways I protected myself against that, I don't take checks of any kind. Everybody in this world has a debit card or a credit card, or they can get access to one, PayPal, whatever the case may be. But I only work through that and for the amount. So I sell the majority of my paintings online or in person. Okay, so if it's online, they have to buy through my website. So in this case, she gave me a Texas address, and I even Googled, it's a really nice looking house in Texas. So they're stepping up their game a little bit. They know that we're cautious of this. So she tells me a little bit of personal information, wants to know the inspiration behind my work. And then she says that her husband will be in touch and she'll send the payment ASAP. He needs my address and my phone number so he can send it over. First off, he doesn't need my personal information. All the information he needs is on my website. All he has to do is go to the exact same place they got those pictures and hit buy right beside it, and they can buy it. As soon as they buy it, I'll ship it out. But I'm not having them come at me with a different form of payment. I had this happen, a couple months ago, and a guy fed me the story about how it was his wife's anniversary. She loved my pieces, and he picked out a piece he wanted and wanted to know where he could send my information or send a payment. And my response was, you can buy it through my website. That's the only form of payment I take. And I never heard from him again. And again, there were grammatical errors. There was things that weren't quite right. There's no reason you can't buy through my website. So same thing with this woman. Even though I was super excited at first, my initial reaction was like most of us, yay, sold a painting. I went, wait a second, why does he need to send me a form of payment? Why does he need my personal information? Why does he need my phone number? If you give them your phone number, they're going to call you, and they're going to try to convince you this is legit. However, I am not taking a credit card anywhere but through my website. It's protected. It's through PayPal. So I just responded and said, hey, hope you're enjoying your vacation. You can buy through my website. Once it's purchased through my website, then and confirmed purchased, I will ship out. I expect I will never hear from her again. That's what tends to happen. So just be smart. What I did do after I thought about it for 2 seconds is I Googled the email address, and of course it popped up as a scam. Okay. So disappointing. Yes, but I'm not out any money. So yay for me. Googled the email address. The name didn't pull up anything, but the email address did. There is a blog out there called, I believe, Stop Art Scammers. I will find the website and I'll put it in my Facebook link in the comments. But Google that information if it doesn't seem right, if it seems off for some reason. Listen to your intuition, because my intuition told me from the beginning, well, this doesn't make much sense. Why are they asking me what artwork is for sale when they were just at my website and saw what was for sale? And now they want to send me payment, although they could have done it right there. So it didn't make sense. It didn't add up. Don't get taken advantage of. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Granted, I sell a lot of work online, but they go through the proper channels, and they don't try to get shady with it. They don't try to send me other places. Look for people who want to send checks. Look for people who want to send a shipper to pick stuff up. She specifically stated in this email, I can ship it any way I wanted, which to this Texas address, which means that they're catching on. They know. So they're having to evolve their scams. Just watch yourselves, be careful, and Google it. Don't just go, yay, I sold something, and send it off. Okay. I watched an artist, a very, very well-known artist, get taken advantage of recently, and it really surprised me she fell for it. So it's happened to a lot of us, and it's important to be cognitive that not everything is as it seems. So be cautious, be creative, and have a great day. Bye, guys.